Hello everyone.
Hello.
Today we are going back to something that we had I think over a year ago it is.
Brutfuner coloured pencils that we bought off Temu. This was part of our first Temu haul that we did in July 2023. And we just never went back to look at them. And there are several reasons why we didn't look at them at that point. Mainly because we were conducting a Lightfast test, which we will show in a bit.
Yes. Also the reason why we come around with this video now is that we have seen that these particular ones have been gaining some traction on YouTube. Several other people have been buying these, of course showing these off, and they were, just as we were, quite happy with them because they seem actually nice.
Yeah, and the problem is, people are just blindly recommending them, which we'll see that might not be such a good idea. But no, you can see you get, even in the 72 pack, a massive range of colours. They're all really nice colours, and the way they work and even the way they smell is very much like these over here. And in usage, they are actually pretty similar as well.
Yes, we bought these after those, I believe.
We had these first.
We had these first, okay,
Yes.
but we bought them around the same time frame.
Yeah, a few weeks apart of each other.
We can't really say if it's true, but people keep comparing these to Prismacolor pencils because they seem to have a similar feel to them. And they also look similar when you put them down on paper. Prismacolor is something that we really need to look into in the future, but well, we just take people's words for it that they feel and look similar.
Yes. So when we had a look at the Arrtx ones a few months ago, I showed off this drawing that I did with them. This is with the Arrtx ones, and as you can see, they blend very nice. They're very vibrant. You've got lots of nice blue shades that blend into each other.
Yeah.
Purples, blues, the oranges, the yellows, the browns.
Looks very satisfying.
It's very satisfying, very punchy, very vibrant. So I did a similar one with the Brutfuner ones. Okay, so I need to briefly explain here. I did not plan out this drawing properly. I didn't know what I was doing with it. So this here is not the fault of the pencils. This is my pure laziness with this, because when you go blindly into something without thinking it through, you start losing momentum of what you actually want from the image you're doing. So here's a better example in this area here on how nicely the Brutfuners are actually capable of blending. They're very similar to the Arrtx ones in that regard.
Yes, also here the blues are very nice, and the red is also very punchy and everything, and yeah, they just seem like nice color pencils.
So yeah, they're actually very nice to work with. They're very smooth, they blend nicely, they're very soft.
Yeah, there is nothing to complain on the outside.
On the outside, yes.
Now, there is, however, with all color pencils, as there is with all paints and colors and everything that makes colorful marks on paper, there is like one thing to take into consideration. That is the light fastness. If you are just like the images we have drawn them, just are putting them into a book and you close the book and you keep it like in a dark closet, it's not so much of an issue.
Yes.
But at the point of time when you actually put something to hang it against the wall where it has like exposure to light, sunlight, light in general, you will have to consider this.
You have to consider it. So again, pointing out that this has been over a year, still looks as good as the day I colored
Looks
it.
all fine to me.
It looks great. It looks perfect. So, it was April this year. It was around mid-April, just as it was like spring was really coming in. I decided to prepare a Lightfast test with these Brutfuner pencils. And these have been in the windowsill from April until today, which is...
About 5 months.
Yeah, it's the 14th of September, so it's about 5 months. So I am going to now show you what I've done. This is what has been in the window since April.
Yes, by the way, you notice that this paper has like a slight brown shade. It was actually white when we put it into the window. Maybe we
Yes.
can just quickly show that off. That's the original color, and that's the color of the paper after you put it into direct sunlight.
Look at that.
This is like what you maybe still know from old newspapers when you had them like in the open for too long, or when they were like used to be covering something in the kitchen. They just turn yellow. This is what this paper does. And similar things are happening with the pigments in color pencils.
Yes, so we will have a look. I'm going to go in reverse. So this panel here,
I can hold it so you can speak about it.
so there, you can see that there's been absolutely no fading on those brown and black shades. They actually still look very good, very bold, very punchy. Then I am going to give you the column which goes on the side.
So let's see how that holds up.
So here we will notice that this one has faded a lot. This one has faded a little. That one's also a little faded. And yeah, this one looks slightly altered, but it's not too bad.
It's not too bad, really.
No, that
To
is
the
good.
naked eye, they seem still fine-ish.
Okay, now I'm going to give you the one that goes here.
Okay, let's see.
Now here we are starting to notice some drastic alterations of shades. You can see here,
Ooh.
here, and these are very, very slightly done. This is a white color, so that's okay.
Doesn't count.
This is altered, it's lost its vibrancy.
The orange has turned into a yellow.
Yeah, and this here is altered. And here, these look like two different colors.
Yeah, the
entirely.
brown has turned into some kind of olive.
Okay, so now here comes the worst of it.
Now we're getting to the bottom of the barrel.
Have a look.
Look at this.
These have completely vanished.
I mean, you've been seeing them now for like about 2 or 3 minutes. You probably noticed that there were colors missing. No, they weren't. They were actually these.
Yes. So over here, I'm going to put an image of what this Lightfast test looked like on the day I put it in the windowsill, so that you know that there were colors there. I was actually going to do a little time lapse of it altering, but stuff came up and, well, it just didn't happen. But you could see that these colors have completely vanished. So if you did a portrait of somebody with a lighter skin tone, they would have lost their entire color in their face.
Which, I mean, this is normally under the optimal circumstances the kind of color range you'd use for a Caucasian color skin type.
Yes.
Which is not good, especially, well, as Cal just said, if you are like making a portrait or something and people want to hang it against their wall, because, well, that's what you normally do with portraits, they will turn this color after a while.
Yeah, the color is completely vanished. This one here is also on its way out, which was a very vibrant color as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is to other YouTubers that have been blindly recommending these as fantastic things to do commission work with. I'll stop you right there, because this is not something you can do commission work with at all.
Now, obviously, we only conducted this Lightfast test with this one brand of color pencils. We do not know if these are better or worse or any different. We have no idea. What we want to say with this is just that if you get these for cheap and you are using them for your own little art and you just want to put them into your book and look at it now and then and just put it away, you're probably fine.
Yeah, I mean, the one in my sketchbook still looks as good as the day I coloured it. So I'd say if you're going to use it for your sketchbooks or colouring books, yes, then you can get some of these. They are great, but please don't do them on commissioned work or blindly recommend them as an alternative to Prismacolor, because clearly they are not an alternative if they are fading like this.
Generally, I think if you are getting money for something, you should also like spend a little bit more money, get like good quality art supplies that are not the cheapest, because ultimately you always get what you pay for, and they will hold longer even though they seem okay at the moment.
Yes. So also touching on Lightfast Test, I just want to touch on something that we reviewed, I think it was in July, where we had a little thermal printer from Temu. I just want to show that this one is completely almost vanished. This is just the thermal paper, and you can see now the one on the sticker is slowly starting to fade where the sticky tape is touching it. But this only started happening after it had been on there for about 6 weeks.
Which again shows that also the paper seems to make a difference for these things.
Yeah, so the thermal stickers still seem to be, well, more way to go. They seem to hold a bit longer. The paper, the moment you put sticky tape on it, it's gone.
I mean, you probably, if you watch our videos regularly, you have seen our little thing that we put here, which has been printed with the same printer, and that one is still fine. It's starting to fade now like a little bit, but
yeah, I think this one is starting to fade because it's coming into contact with our hands more often.
yes.
The oil of our skin is probably destroying it quicker than these, which are just lying on a desk.
Which is of course also a factor that you have to factor in. That wouldn't be like so bad for like something that you keep behind a glass pane on a frame or something like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just what we wanted to show off. That's our findings. Again, if you have these, if you want to get these for your sketchbook, probably fine.
Yeah, for your sketchbook, you shouldn't have any problems. I mean, this is just...
So, you notice a little jump cut. We had to put this in because someone's smoke detector went off, and we just quickly had to check that we are not all burned down now. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
What we were saying. Again, you're probably fine if you buy these for cheap and you want to put this into your sketchbook. If you want to just practice with color pencils, absolutely cool. You get like a lot of colors, you get nice colors. You can do a lot with these.
Yes.
But please don't hang them against your wall, because especially if you use skin tones, you will not be happy if it's like one of those.
Yeah, because I mean, in hindsight, you could probably make skin tones using some of the colours that are not fading, because I know for a fact if you potentially use one of these yellow shades with maybe this orange shade and then maybe this shade here, if you very carefully work up your layers, you'll probably get similar-ish to the skin tone colours that are fading there, but again, that would be trial and error and a lot of extra steps and work.
That'll be a fun video idea for the future. We just show how to mix colors properly.
Yeah, because you will be able to, but it's just such a shame that these here are completely just gone.
Yeah, but I mean, the more you know. If you know what you're getting yourself into, I think it's still totally worth it for the price. Yeah.
Yeah, I say so. For the price, yes, for your colouring books, your sketchbooks, no problems. But if you're going to hang it on your wall, yeah,
Maybe not.
Watch it fade before your eyes.
So yeah, I mean, that's basically it. If you don't have anything to add to our little thing,
not really, no.
Then I would say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave us a comment if you have any ideas what we could do. Also what we could do related to color pencils. Maybe you have like some fun ideas that we can use to show you certain things. Just leave them in the comments and give us a shout. And we say thank you for watching this video. Have a safe day. See you next week. Bye.
Goodbye.